Thursday, September 28, 2017, and at the Chairman Television Station, Wazobia TV channel 98 on top of Go TV cable, Star Time channel 195, My TV channel 17, and just in case television they far from you, no problem. www.facebook.com/. That's the wing go front / Wazobia Max make follow us to the discuss. All the action to the way they come and smoke inside Nigeria political boxing ring. Today matter na something where we say on top of us in the hot, we don't discuss them severally, but based on say Nigeria. 1 week, one new headline. We don't come carry and come out, but today we don't revisit them. I will go discuss the matter from start to finish. My name now is Ugo Chokwode. And as usual, I know the Lonely Side Studio. I deal with my brother. When Sabi well. As they concern politics matter, as Edey hot.
Yes, now that Thursday now we don't carry coming our way. And the program now as Edey hot. Just as we already tell now. Now political program with the sunshine out issues with the affect them our Obodo Nigeria, even beside politics as well. They discuss other related issues as long as it concern una, it concern us. Now to the normally sunshine here. And 3 solid telephone line now we get for now when I go call express ourselves, talk at the 1 2 now as well. So about the 2 free line, say that one day very free. Now we just express ourselves, talk, but the payment when I leave down for us. My name never change. My name remains Nkubi, and this is As Edey Hot.
To discuss this very important issue, we get Ogbonge visitor inside studio, and it go good make I just set the record straight. Plenty people for Nigeria need to understand, say, no matter as problem big reach, no be size that they use the suburb, no be age that they use the suburb, now common sense. And if we begin to discuss problems when they affect all of us inside Obodo Nigeria, it could make with a chook mouth inside. Now, why on top of us the hot, we talk say, now the only democracy when you're on top of television, nothing like you are small, nothing like what do you know, check your mind, because you get stake inside Obodo Nigeria. Now, I can't drop the problem. I just let people go the way say, which kind of problem again? Now, the problem of up NEPA inside Obodo Nigeria. It gets one particular phrase when we say, if you hear am for this country, even if you dey America, once you hear am, you go begin to pray, say, God, I hope I'm not in Ojuelegba, I hope I'm not in Lafia, I hope I'm not in Kafanchan, because now something when we say they don't know Nigeria for, up NEPA. Wetin be up NEPA? Up NEPA na state of joy. When NEPA, when sees light, because now they get the light, decide to pity us, give us the light. In fact, some children, the first toy when they play with na generator, some children as they born them, the first thing when they start to do with their hand na, because now what did they see their papa and mama they do to the draw generator? We can't they ask inside Obodo Nigeria. The problem of power now spiritual problem. How we go take we solve this problem? The reason why we drop this first one is because say good news come out as it be say our 3-in-1 minister Babatunde Raji Fashola come and talk say Nigeria don't hit around 7,001 megawatts. This September, 7,001 megawatts. That one means say, what we suppose they use they enjoy like inside this country, they think no they increase. When I go check, say, if we check the history of power generation for this country, would they fluctuate between 4,000 and 5,000. But the following day, when he talks, say we don't reach 7,001 megawatts, the governor of Lagos State, when they work well, Governor Akinwumi Ambode, can donate 125 kVA generators, give the Nigerian police force. Some complaints say they know they see light for up to 3 hours in a day. In contact say since we need these people to they see, to they protect us, make them they get light. Some people go to say something ironic there about this thing. Say how we go take get situation when we say we they hit 7,001 megawatts and we they donate generator, give our police people. We can't they ask question to they say the problem of power generation inside of Nigeria, this 7,000 megawatts. Now 7,000 megawatts of darkness. How we go take we solve the problem? And first, I go talk say sorry to those when they use generator, they watch us this morning, but now because of the love. Our Ogbonge visitor when go join us, when we say any issue when they affect everybody inside of Nigeria, in the carry and personal, and a student of law, and they talk of no other than the first daughter of his parents, Esther Adeze Nwankwo. Welcome to Asiri Hot.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos.
This one when you they use camp voice, they talk. Like say the sound of generator throughout the night, the thing affects you.
Chukudi, God will bless you. This is when you talk not true. Because as I talk to you, so I no sleep till around 4 this morning. Sound of generator, true, it affects me. I get headache as I sit down here.
Make you call and shake now. Make you be like say so. But this your hand strong. It's like you say don't draw generator where. I know wahala. Give him Kubi and shake because I know saying they wait. 2 hands, no problem. I will not complain. Look, we move on now. Very important question when I go ask you. Now, we don't see political parties come for election period. Tell Nigeria say, we will give you power. We don't see people walk with all their heart. I feel recall Professor Barton Naji. Walk with all their heart, say, see the problem of power here, make we do it. We don't hear say under the government of former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, $16 billion US. Now we invest for power. In fact, recently this year, gist wey come out wey talk say the previous administration plus Chief Olusegun Obasanjo plus Goodluck Ebele Jonathan plus the late Yar'Adua say na trillions of naira na dem sink into power inside obodo Nigeria. But as dem dey sink this thing into power for obodo Nigeria, e be like say na generator na im dey come out. As dem dey sink am, e be like say na darkness. As dem dey sink am, e just be like say the problem no fit solve. I wan ask you, shey the light wey go shine for this country na the light wey dey inside Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 say let there be light and there be light.
Okay. First of all, I go say one thing. I hope say I get freedom.
No, they sound like I better pass my neighbor generator.
Wait, I hope say I get better freedom to express myself here.
It depends on what you mean by expression.
Yes.
You get where the kind of expression you go express, you go say in there, hold it there.
No, wait though. The reason why they ask this question be say, for this light matter, we don't too like give ourselves.
Continue.
Yes. And yes, we hear say our Ogbonge minister of power, as we call him the 3-in-1 minister, say we don't go higher, 7,001 megawatts. Then, you know, say our wonderful governor, as you talk, carry generator, give police force for Lagos. Now, he no show us say, waiting then they tell us most of the time, say na lie. Now, how I mean say na lie? How you go tell us so say power they improve when the sale of generator for market they increase? How you go tell us so say power they improve when if you go port every day, you go see containers upon containers, different brands of generators wey they bring. And you know the funny thing, generator money don't increase this time, and people still they buy. Why? Because then go need the light. Now, people also come they discover say it is even paying them more because NEPA go charge you, they don't give you light. Then go send you bill. The bill go come pass for some areas. Money when you go take on a normal day, buy fuel to fuel this same generator, sleep well for at least 7 hours for night. So most Nigerians go prefer to go buy generator. People like my own family too, yes, because we follow. Because where area where lights no day, you no go there for heat, my brother. Nobody happy to do that situation. The point here be say, I know one the woman they go they show us 7,001 megawatts for television, for newspaper, and then we cannot see any electricity. From the beginning, it has been a lie. I've been talking here about 2 weeks ago where I talk say, which time for this nation, which children go stop to the shout up NEPA? Because it means say, as I sit down here, so person go soon sue me to marry me, I go come born pikin too. My children as parents as I go there, depending on the number I will give birth to, would also come here and shout what? Up NEPA. Is that the plan? We don't talk and say, okay, yes. Make we look at from another angle of say the government is working, then don't invest. From the time of Obasanjo, remember recording over 920 billion naira invested in power distribution in Nigeria. They can't claim say now people where they NEPA hijack the equipment where they supposed take process this same electricity. My question can be, okay, fine, we discover say the problem they inside the facility where they distribute the so-called electricity. Fine. Now say they no fit sack them. Now say they no fit catch people where they do them. Inside NEPA day or PHCN or whatever name they are bearing now.
No, but with all these problems, you don't think say somehow, you get the kind of strong racket when they spoil the work of government. Make I explain. For example, the minister been come and talk say, he gets some factors when they make them very, very difficult for us to improve our electricity. But since this government don't try to control those factors, we don't see growth. The truth be say, if we did 4,000 megawatts before, today now the information I say we did 7,000 megawatts. It not dey enough to solve our power problem inside the border Nigeria, but now somewhat progress. If people when they vandalize equipment, when they use they generate this power and all, and including some bottlenecks like say, okay, if you generate this one, send them go national grid. You not think say somehow. If we give this our Ogbonge minister time, with all the book when he sabi and the sense when he gets, we go begin to see tremendous improvement.
Okay, make I talk this one. Raji Fashola no be the first minister of power in Nigeria don't get we no book. He no be the first one. And make I talk another thing, he no go be the last one. Until we decide to tell ourselves the truth, say, this problem, na problem. Wait, make we go back to the time of Bat Naji. When Bat been minister of power, Even blind man for streets, they know say electricity situation for Nigeria improve. This was a man, I don't know about Naji personally. I don't come from him family. But man will work, make we talk say he work. Bat Naji was ready to work. And I remember that Bat Naji resigned as Minister of Power. And in his talk, leaving the seat, he said that there are people controlling the power distribution of this nation that will not allow it to grow and benefit the average Nigerian.
So we don't go blame our 3-in-1 minister too. If those people still there till now.
But the make we also come out, talk true, say the people where they stop this better distribution of power where we dey talk of. Now inside this same government or governments from past time till now. Because if they know they there, how we go talk say a nation that was giving Ghana electricity some years back, we be say at some point they can't even they get light past us.
At some point celebrated 10 years of
they can't celebrate 10 years of uninterrupted power supply. And Nigeria cannot celebrate one month of uninterrupted. 1 week safe.
Like the day Aso Rock.
Like, bros, not be Aso Rock, be Nigeria. Aso Rock is a part of the country.
Adezi, going by what we don't talk now, and going by the fact that yes, we don't see the step where the minister don't take. And if we also trace them back to the era of the former presidents, then Ogo BJ, Yara, the late Yara Adua, Jonathan, I also don't see the kind of money where they don't sink into them. If, for instance, perhaps these same leaders we don't lead in the past, no, say a particular problem where they actually affect this thing, will be an in-house problem. Because following the amount we don't spending, corruption definitely don't play out. So we say money don't enter pocket. And yet, the same problem we see the first time. Then see, we go actually see a day where we go say, okay, maybe a time we come, we'll talk to yes. So that sincerity of purpose to say yes. We don't get the appropriate people who go fit direct this cause. Or probably we go sit there for this problem for the rest of our life as a country or waiting.
Make I say this thing. Until we command the people where they power now. You know, say now these people, most of them done this since 1960. These are names that have existed even before my own father. Okay, let me say, my dad was born before 1960, a bit before 1960. Before they born my mama, these people don't they rule this nation. Now that their children don't they rule this nation. Sir, the fact with this, then go come tell us on news, tell us, talk, say they don't give a certain amount to improve electricity for Nigeria. But we do not see the effect of the said amount of money. Now, because there will be no other way than those things that say the money where they claim say they don't put, it's either they put them for their pocket or they put them for the pocket of people where they know. And make I talk again, say, sir, and to the average Nigerian, I do not want to break your heart, but I want to face reality just as I would expect that you would. As far as generators still they sell, now then there's import generator give you. Even if we want to talk, say, na my Igbo brothers or our Igbo brothers, they do them. If they do not have the support of the people from the top that is encouraging them, how can generators be produced in Asia? And it doesn't sell in their continent,
It sells out,
but will sell in Africa, and especially in Nigeria. Nigeria we are the highest consumers of these particular products called generators from these different distributors. Now we bypass. No matter the amount we generate or they increase, a Nigerian has to change his gen. If you even buy fake, you're going to need to buy new one. Why? You do not trust your government to give you good electricity. The fact we say, as far as say the cabal where they still they. The people where they rule us, Sir, sorry. Nigerians, I'm sorry to break your heart. There will be no steady supply of electricity.
But may I ask this question? Severally, we don't hear say, some people not believe, say, make we do them like this, make it better. It is very, very clear. And it is obvious from the action of some people inside government. But if we get President Muhammadu Buhari, Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, and people will come and talk, say, because of say we feel what Nigerians they feel, we understand the pain and the pressure, and we know say if power feels stable for this country, the person whether na baba or whether na say they do small business, it go they make sense. Make we do everything we fit do to use the ensure. The reason why they put Babatunde Raji Fashola, for example, as Minister for Power, now say severally in the past, he don't show say if we do these things this way, we go see them. For example, if you go some of our state institutions for Lagos here, now independent power generation. Now they use they run the place. That one show say it get the way we go do and when we say things go work. That one is number one. Number two, if we get people when we say they don't believe in the work when they do and they sabotage the effort when we go do, we don't even place the blame squarely on those when they try to do. All we need to do now to give these people support and see, say, we work, make the thing, see results. For example, Professor Batinaji throw in the towel. Aside from say them be talk, say, one kind of contract scandal in there. But he look and say, he gets some people when people like say, that they control. As Nigeria day today now, the person when we believe, say, nobody get power reach him now, President Muhammadu Buhari. And he not talk and several saying, go see what he go do. What thing exactly we go fit do as a people to support a government that is committed to ensuring say they improve the interests of Nigerian people as against the handful or the cabal when say they want to do something.
One question. Are we really sure that this government that has made this promise is able to fulfill?
Of course, we don't go from 4,000 megawatts to 7,000 megawatts.
Of course, that's that one I want.
No, sir, hold on. No.
And the fact say, and let me also and the fact say this same government, and if we also look at over time, now one government would also emphasize on the fact say corruption, and we'll fight and we don't also see some line of results.
Make I correct
for that
your
same
phrase,
thing.
sir. They know they fight corruption, they fight selected or selective corruption.
But you put corruption at the end.
You still put
No,
corruption.
then they select them so it no make sense.
But corruption at the end.
Woman when they cheat on your husband for marriage, when they answer wife, no still be better wife.
But
So
corruption
forget her.
But in
But
the
corruption
end,
dey
something
the
still back out
The
the
people
corruption.
when they select.
And the same, they don't have to recover money as well from there.
Oga wait. When Batinaji be Minister of Power, we been here say at some point he need to carry army men enter stations to put them there. Make people not go they vandalize things again. That was a man that had a plan. He knew that at some point you would have to take the bull by the horn.
No, but this question, see.
Sir, hold on.
He get one reality.
There's a point, sir.
No.
There's a point, sir.
See,
the reality where they here be say.
The reality now say we did these megawatts before, but we don't
But
need
we don't
7,000.
actually
What
step
of,
up.
okay, maybe we can't talk them again. Una don't they forget in 2019 election they come. And
In 2 years' time, 2 years' time, still dey far away from now.
Hold on, sir. Make I tell you, for grassroots already, meetings for political parties don't they go
No,
on.
this one not
Hold
get anything to
on,
do with
sir.
grassroots.
And by January,
No.
hold on, sir.
No, what did we
Hold
go talk
on,
here
sir.
and say,
Hold on,
how
sir.
many megawatts
Make
we
I
have
reach,
for-
make
how
I
many
reach,
we did?
make I reach where
How
they
many
go.
megawatts
Make I
before?
reach
And
where
we don't
they
there
go.
now. All you need to do now to
Almost
disprove,
doubling
say,
the
we
same
don't need
megawatt
this
we got
Hold
before.
on, sir. Make I reach where they go. Okay, sir. We did 4,000 to 5,000
Before, and everybody accepts
4,000.
we did there.
Okay, now we can't do 7,001.
as at September.
I celebrate you, dear Minister of Power. Hallelujah. But my point
No,
is
this one no be hallelujah.
no,
matter.
wait, see.
No, wait. Make I explain make you
Okay,
understand.
Chukwu, make we
No,
make we even take
Make I
our
explain make you
instances.
understand. This one no be about hallelujah matter. For several years, no, make I explain.
For several years, you know they get my point. My point we say, my point, boss, my point we say, Chukwu, you go wait. Chukwu, you go wait.
Adede.
I say you go wait.
For intelligent discussion. Now facts. Now you
Say-
go prove.
Of course.
Say,
Calm down. Now
Okay.
facts. Now you go use proof.
Say-
Now. We get government when we say severally, they don't talk say, because of the problem we they face for power, see what we want to do to see say we improve power.
I hear.
We ask them, say, how many megawatts we did? They tell us, say, now this number of megawatts that we
Okay.
did, and we all accept.
Okay.
And we call, say, under this present administration, the common sense Senator Bemori Bruce, will come and talk, say, never in the history of Nigeria have we gone so low that is it bring them down, say, we don't decline for power generation. And everybody talk, say, not true. Now, if minister come and tell us, say, we don't reach 7,001 megawatts, nobody say we go talk, say, we believe or we don't believe. But the question I say, if we talk, say, what thing they talk not be true, then we must prove, say, the thing when they talk not be true. Because if we don't accept at some point, say, we did 4,000, and we don't even come back to around 1,000, why we not fit 7,000?
okay, as we did the 7,001 megawatts, so you dey talk of how many people will go be callers for Nigeria, we go call for this program. We go talk, say, in the last 24 hours, they don't get electricity up to 3 hours.
Make I
But
explain
also
now.
to understand,
Make I
say,
explain. We get
No,
wait.
hold on,
Wait,
sir.
hold
Hold on,
on.
sir.
Wait, hold
Can
on.
I say something?
But
Because
can I
I don't
discuss
know.
now?
No, wait, because I don't know to say for Nigeria, we dey get facts where we go put for paper. It go remain for
Shebi,
paper.
you dey talk
For
say facts.
manifestation, we no go see am.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
sir.
Hold on.
We don't
Adede,
already talk about
Adede,
no, hold on, because
hold on.
I know they like if
Hold
the
on.
tell person says this kind thing dey happen. Make we dey see am as e dey happen.
But if you don't talk to me with the same, at least you don't also talk, say, me by the time we go also see calls, at least we go also see reality. By the time this call start to enter, then we go also at least see respond to the fact, say, look, power don't improve. But then the issue here is, we were actually on a particular platform which is 4,000 megawatts. From 4,000 megawatts, we don't see an improvement. Will be 7,000 megawatts. Fine, an internal problem of probably distribution feed day. But the fact say
now you didn't make an excuse for them now.
Hold on, I thought they try to create it. You understand? But then the fact say it has been established that 7,000 megawatts now done achieved now. And if following probably by waiting we see some of the calls we'll receive when we even discuss this issue, people are testing the fact that power has improved. Then don't you also think it is ideal as Nigerians we say, okay, fine, we have seen it to this point. Let us also at least demand for more and see an improvement from what we don't see.
Okay, I also have to wait till not talk.
I beg add.
The problem of power for Nigeria, not be 7,000 megawatts will solve.
Exactly. Even much more than that.
No, make I explain.
Yes.
Not be 7,000 megawatts will solve.
Okay.
Not be even 10,000 megawatts. Although this government talks say by 2019, what did they open and say 10,000 megawatts? Not be even 10,000 megawatts will solve. If we look the population of Nigeria and those who supposed to use power or maybe we use our power need, we go see say the 7,000 one would they it not go fit solve the problem. But what do they talk here and say if we talk say we did 4,000, we did 5,000 because I know say previous administrations celebrate the generation of electricity. I recall say severally people use them as campaign say under this government see where we don't reach. Some people even use them as counter campaign say okay when we did this government see where we did. Now when I don't see where we don't come down. You not think say somehow this is a step in the right direction. Considering the fact say like the minister don't talk some factors there like people when they vandalize our equipment like some people when they sabotage the effort of government when they inside government you not think say nah progress you get what
at least that progress maybe they compliment
okay make I talk this one. I have been saying when I talk about the progress of Nigeria and please I'm not anti progress or anything for this nation but I'm only here to say anything we want talk make we talk well. I know areas for Igondo, Ijegun and Ikotun we never get light for 9 months till this morning as I talk to you. Now streets and neighborhoods.
I've been a transformer problem say they don't get transformer. I've been transformer.
I know people will be say hold on sir. I know people will be say they don't contribute money for transformer 2 times. Give NEPA for their area specifically for Ijegun where light not still there. That
Shey go blame am on the minister or perhaps on the improvement of power.
Hold on, sir.
Now the same people where they talk to look,
sir, calm down now. Take our hands. Sir, calm down. You know, say the last time when we come here, we've been talking about say if people won't look up, say who get problem for a place, they go first look the president. They not go look people where they under arm. But my point is say man we get house suppose they careful enough and detailed and informed enough to look people where they in house where they. Even if na business in they run, people when they run the business for him. Because he knows that this man took a note of office, which I watched, ministers were inaugurated, and I watched it live. So this is my own point. I know talk say we never improve. My own the improvement where we dey hear for television, where we dey hear for radio, where we dey read for paper, make it no end there. Make we see am. And again, I want to speak here about another issue. E get areas for this Lagos. I know if you talk about another place because no be them here they live where. Areas where we say some people go get lights past some people. If there's going to be electricity distribution and people are paying for electricity, sir, it should be evenly and equally distributed.
But before we also get to that point, there are factors, internal factors, where ordinarily people like us, they cause, which also affect the problem. So we also need to address and keenly as the people, and not be also to always continuously they look on the top or probably address. They expect make either the minister or the president to address everything, even to the point of addressing it into our house.
So we don't already establish say we don't from our discussion we don't establish say we get power generation and we get power distribution.
That's
just like we get the Gencos and the Discos. I believe say we don't talk about this generation well. And before we come up for this place now, we go agree say the 7,001 megawatts they very very possible to generate. But the distribution will be the problem.
Exactly.
When we go this break, come back, we'll continue to concern the distribution inside the Nigeria. A power problem.
Will they come?
So the discussion must be powerful.
And at days they still there here. Will they give our fire? Should they give?
Welcome back to Acid Hot. Esther, Nowadays, they want to consider inside studio, and we discuss one very important problem and will be issue inside the Obodo Nigeria. It got to do with the power problem for inside the Obodo Nigeria. We call the actual now 7,000 megawatts of darkness. And the reason why we discuss this one is because we say our Ogbonge minister, the 3-in-1, Babatunde Raji Fashola, come and talk say for this September of this year, say we reach peak of 7,001 megawatts of power generation inside the Obodo Nigeria. We don't discuss power generation as it take concern and say, okay, oh, see what we don't generate. Now the distribution, now be the cocoa. Because if you get 7,000 megawatts and people talk, say they know they see light, now problem inside the Obodo Nigeria. Make I ask you this very, very important question now. We don't already admit, say, 7,000 megawatts no go solve our problem, but we suppose see small improvement. Make I come ask about distribution, because some people don't argue, say, if you talk, say, you dey generate 7,000, and at 3,000 if you distribute, now you say na 3,000 because the rest you dey deceive yourself. Now we get one concept. If they break the way government suppose operate, they go talk say exclusive, residual, concurrent. They talk say federal government now. If you now then they control anything power inside the Obodo Nigeria, and as a state, irrespective of the things where they generate, you get the place where you, the megawatts where you go generate, so you must send and go the national grid. You don't think say somehow. With the way when we say technology and the world don't advance, if we allow these states to generate their own power using alternative sources, for example, whether na solar, whether na wind, whether na hydro, we go see progress and development rather than say anything where you generate, send and go national grid.
Okay. I happy say you don't talk about other mineral resources we go fit produce electricity. But make we no lie, give ourselves. From the time we then stop the mining of coals. I am from Coal City State, Enugu State, just like Chukwudi here. And another thing we come there, we say, this, as at that time, the stories why I be here about the coal mines, of course, this now mines will then stop coal production even years before they even born people like myself, or even the person who senior myself. But the point now, why then go stop those things at that time? There was no plan to bring them back. You understand me? At a more improved way. Countries like Chile, no be mines, the discoveries and things that they bring out from their mines, now then they use as their main revenue. Countries like Chile, yes, Venezuela has some mines that are giving them great revenue too. But why Nigeria go get the kind of land mass we get with all the resources from the different regions we did there, and yet, one, we go send that if it not be on oil, but make we not talk of oil, make we face electricity as we talk. Okay, so we can't talk, say, some certain amount of this same generated electricity has to be transferred
to the national grid.
To the national grid. Please, I thought they said they were servant leaders, that they were leading to serve us. I thought they said our needs were priority. That is what they claim.
And so why the national grid now? Maybe they share nationally now.
Nationally,
collect.
Nationally, we go can only go to them and the people where they deal with for their own area. So make I talk something. I dey live for Surulere. I dey live for Lawansing. You dey hear me so? I don't see cases where we say some areas, some streets from my own area, no go get light for months. Some go get. I no come that.
Say their light spoil.
No be say light spoil. At some point, they can't even they talk say you go can't do today off, tomorrow on, or 2 days on and another day off. And another case again, just like we don't talk before, he can't get case where we say yes, NEPA officials, NEPA, PHC, and I call you a name. Can't be saying and then can't go meet some of these streets. Tell them say if you not pay us more money outside normal NEPA bill, we go give you a light past this area or past this street. Now, if we can't talk, say this electricity is supposed to be distributed evenly and equally nationally, what's it can be the point? It can't be like everything when they tell us now lie. But because we are not seeing the reality of what they are claiming.
Adezi, wait. We don't know, say, over time, this now one major problem we will get, the issue of power. And just as Chukwudi talk, we can't get a leader who will say, in all sincerity, if we also look at the assessment, the person will say, he don't want make party say, probably say, the issue of corruption, the issue of say, ensuring Nigeria live better life. Okay, this is a problem we know say we don't face over time. But right now, under a good leadership, under this leadership,
we will take Moses, sit on the wait. Oga Moses, good morning and welcome to Aside Hall.
Good morning, Moses.
Good morning.
Oga Moses, where you call us from?
I'm Ilasa Maja.
Ilasa Maja. how the light situation, if they ask you, say, okay, since Monday now, if you do plus or minus, how long would I don't get light?
I go give them kudos, they try.
Okay, you don't improve, Abi?
So improve for a last time. From beginning, last time not get, because we did.
Continue, we hear you.
Last time, from beginning, we not get problem because most of us, they take care of our transformer.
Okay.
And number one, number two, because I don't want to see general like as they talk now because in the talk perspective, in the talk point.
Okay.
In the point where they talk, you see, because if you really look at it, the mega white 700 white say whether it's feasible, not possible.
7,000.
Because if you look at this government, particularly saying at this month, you could put an order.
Yeah.
And up to now, you not put an order. And you say, make with the deliver. I know say you two will just sit on the first try to make the program interest each other, two of you. And that is the one that make it point.
Okay. We appreciate this your important contribution. Just like you don't talk, improvement day for Ilasamaja area, but we go see they discuss this problem of power. Okuchuku, they call us. Okuchuku, where exactly for inside Lagos you they call us from? I beg if you get chance, call us back. What you want to say? Once you call us, just tell us where you call us from.
Exactly.
And just give us your assessment of power problem inside Obodo, Nigeria. Make we know. I don't know whether another person is on top of our telephone line. If you know them, we could just move forward.
Okay, straight up. Wait now. Okay, if not say we don't get problem in the past, and would they try amend this problem under this leadership? She know also to say gradually, with these problems where you don't enumerate, where you don't talk, say with NEPA people, agents and all that. She know to say gradually, we will get to that point where we say at least we will also rectify all these internal problems. Would they affect the power?
Okay, the gradually way we they talk of now, see the gradually way we don't they talk of from before. I go still talk them again. See, I want a Nigerian government that would not just, if it's possible, don't talk. Do, let us see. No come promise us, say, like to, as at when? 2 weeks ago, not be 2 weeks ago, when they tell us, say, recession, don't come out. And economists came and said that, yes, even though it will not have a 24 hours effect, you understand, in the price of things in the market, you understand, but the guy gave some points that show that as days, in a couple of days, there should be some improvements in things as at least that will affect the average Nigerian. Sir, the rika of rice, depending on the type of rice, if na mama gold or another type of rice, now still from 250 to 340.
But the price of garri don't drop.
Drop to how much?
At least from 1,000 or maybe 1,000 or maybe
1,000 waiting. Who could be when be the last time when you cook?
No, I don't.
I cooked soup yesterday for my mama.
Garri you even the carry.
No, wait.
Expose yourself.
One cup of garri.
Garri not be food. No, I don't think garri be example.
How much you buy garri last?
You so garri ni.
How much you buy? You wait see don't blow finish for here. How much you buy garri last?
How much? At least about 500 naira.
Who you dey like this? 1 cup of garri na 200 naira.
Okay, Emeka, good morning and welcome to Asidi Hot. Garri man.
In fact, I tell you people for this program, I'm very, very happy today for this program. This issue of power, every time, normally, anything like that, even before anything, we normally have like normal. I think everything because so what the enterprise is before we know if it's food, they really know what they are saying. Because now there's water everywhere. So that's what they're telling us that we'll have 70,000 watts. At least 70,000 megawatts. We're not even seeing it. All the major, there's not any major town in this country that have light.
So okay, Emeka, what will be the power situation now
for Nasarawa?
In fact, like for last year now, the sea light is a problem. The next sea light, only aspect of the time, this is light. Just like that's the problem. We don't know.
Okay, Emeka, thank you very much, Emeka.
At least this one come all the way from Nasarawa.
No, the truth we say like
lights no day.
The truth we say, Nigerians suppose see improvement. Make it not be like saying now only one people they enjoy them. Now why would they talk about the problem of power distribution? We get another person on top of our telephone line. Emeka from Kebbi. Welcome to Asidi Hot.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Emeka.
Good morning.
Yeah,
we greet you. Yes.
I greet Adey the way. She's on the talk waiting there all Nigerians' mind.
Thank you.
Yeah, this power situation is a laughable thing. Honestly, Nigeria is not supposed to have problem of power. if this government is really fighting corruption, I don't see the reason why they should not hold Obasanjo, they should not probe Obasanjo. The $16 billion that is spent on power is supposed to be behind bars now. I don't see the reason why they should not probe some important people that have stolen the wealth of this nation.
But okay, make we tell ourselves one simple truth now. The problem when we dey faced with now say, even though we don't do all these things, we never see any results. Now when we don't get opportunity to correct them again, what exactly we they do? Now the minister don't come and talk say 7,001 megawatts. Now our generation don't peak. But we talk about how we go take to increase them from 7,000 to probably 10,000. And how Nigerians go fit benefit from this one. Thank you very much. We appreciate this your contribution.
Thank you very, very much, Emeka.
Esther Daisy, make we talk about some things like laws. When they make them look like say there's nothing we can do because our hands are tied. We don't talk of say now the federal government now then get exclusive control over power.
That's right.
If we go do things when go make them look like say okay Nasarawa they say breeze plenty for there, make una use wind energy. Enugu coal, make una use this source of energy. All these south water, make una use hydro and the rest of them. What if those things we go put in place for our laws? We go give the states power to do it. Because if we get general hospitals for Lagos here, and under Fashola, and even under this Abode government, they do everything when they do when we say, we they get like steady. It means say it's possible.
Okay. I happy say you don't talk, say, which is a dream that you wish could come true. Say states or regions go feel they able to use the resources when they are available to them to do waiting, produce their own energy. And you talk, say, laws they truthfully, we don't state, say, exclusivity of power control they in the hands of the government. We cannot take that away unless we are ready to go through the strenuous process of amendment concerning these laws, which again, make I tell Nigerians truthfully, would take a lot of time. Make I know like give
Esther, just pause,
will take our time for Manambra.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to Asiri Hot.
Okuchuku, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, would they hear you?
Okay.
I beg, your television there, bring the volume down, I beg.
Hello?
Yes, would they hear you? Continue.
Boy, you see this electricity of everything we are talking about in this country. Like my sister, where they study, she they talk the mind of the whole Nigeria, and they tell her the truth. You may forget all these things when they hear, say 7,000, all this one. I remember since 1991.
They never born me.
They will say, power they improve, power they improve.
They never born me 91. They never born me.
How many million for power? This one you come, you will say you don't put like how many $1 billion. But you know they see them now. I did for it now. Some people for it know they get life. If you go for a day like we get like 3 hours for the whole day.
Okay, Okuchuku, which side for Anambra you call us from?
Onitsha.
And Onitsha like the commercial leg of that place.
Imagine.
Exactly.
Okay, Oga Okuchuku now. As Nigerians, when talk say President Muhammadu Buhari in the promise or saying they committed to ensure they say this power will be problem when they affect everybody in go sober. What do you think that we're supposed to do to the ginger the government so that the small effort when they do, we're going to see plenty results?
The only thing we're going to do here, we're going to support them. Understand? But the problem, may they not lie for us. We want to support the government, but may they not lie for us. See, these 7,000 watts now, when they don't talk, say they don't add. The thing now, you see, you can only see them for paper or for television, but you're not going to see them for improving. The thing will not improve. You're not going to see them for
Okuchuku, thank you very much for this important contribution. From Anambra, we enter inside Delta State. Warri to be precise. Good morning and welcome to Asiri Hot.
Emmanuel, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nkupi.
Yes, would they greet you?
Yes, we don't say why they crowd the line. The time of the goes of the fully today.
Yes, so would they hear you? Just contribute.
Yes, so, well, I will appreciate God for this program, and honestly, I thank God for now. And especially my sister, because me, as the Igbo from Imo State, that they have been worried with me. They be like saying I worry now for both of us, because we used to be young, we used to talk honestly. Now we read from her, not from Lagos. All the old tweets where she talk. Now my heart, people are there the clap to her. Because then I'm just like this.
Okay, Emmanuel, all this stuff where you call it, it's a vote of thanks. Each our point straight. How light situation there for worry?
Okay,
Okay, no problem. How light situation there for worry?
And when me that technology at the state for airport road.
Okay.
Light for the day at all. Now only 2 hours for money.
But what do you take watch us right now? Shouldn't light have been
where I dey work now, better let's say. Why
Okay.
they get 24-hour flight? The week of the day is not get 24-hour flight. Why it be like that? Is it that differentiating us from the rich and the poor? What is that? Not gonna allow us to talk our mind.
Okay, Manuel, thank you very, very much. You don't get your point. From Wari, make you come back to Lagos. Collect this call. Good morning, Oyebola. Welcome to us, the hot.
Good morning. No.
Abeg, where they call us from Lagos?
I'm calling from Ijesha.
Ijesha. So what will be the light situation for that side? They don't improve.
The light issue for this place, it is very bad. Very bad to the extent, I get 2 generators.
Hey.
If I buy 10 liters, I'll compare to waiting NEPA they give us. In fact, the 10 liters go even do well past NEPA light.
Okay.
It is very, very bad. Trust me. It is very. If they bring light, it will be like mistake.
Hey.
It is seriously. It will be like mistake. You know, if you are your clothes, you can't do nothing. And at the end of the day, they will bring bill of about 7,000 for 12 hours light used in a month. It is. You understand what I'm saying? The thing is, I see my sister Esther. God bless you. God bless you for me. You are saying the truth, and even the two of you there, you know what she's saying, but you just want to play along. She's saying the truth.
Thank you very much for this important contribution. We dey happy with the feedback when we get from different parts of Nigeria. Indication they say progress dey. For people they talk say we still need to see more.
Progress and failures dey.
No, progress dey.
Progress dey, but have to improve on the progress.
We still need to see more so that we go make plenty progress. Make we enter inside Osogbo, collect this call. Good morning and welcome to Acid the Hot.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alaobi, good morning.
Yes, Okubi and Chukudi, I greet you. Good morning.
We greet you too.
And I give kudos to your guest this morning.
Okay.
Now, strong woman, no worry.
Good morning.
Yeah, but
We dey hear you continue.
Alaobi, dey there?
yeah.
We dey hear you continue.
For Oshogbo, yeah, at the place we dey in Oshogbo, I will get light, but don't let me lie to you. Anything we spoil for here, for hello?
We dey hear you continue.
Hey.
Abeg, if you get chance, call us back. That one even dey very special because Osogbo na the state capital, and most times the things wey dey sweet pass na state capital dey happen. Na be say the matter no sweet. Na be say the other places you go get the way me say the thing go be. We still dey collect calls, and like we talk, once you call us, tell us the exact place where you dey come from and tell us the power situation for that area. And we dey discuss this issue because na issue wey dey affect everybody inside obodo Nigeria. We don get several people come and talk say once power fit dey stable for this country, we go see tremendous improvement, not just for everything wey people dey do, but in the life and the living conditions of the Nigerian people. Because for example, person when they collect this amount as salary, when they spend this amount on transport, when they spend this amount on fuel, he go fit use the one wey he get to use take care of him family members. E get one person wey bin call wey talk say him dey spend around 80,000 naira on top of fuel for inside the same Lekki for Lagos. We get another person on top of our telephone line. Good morning and welcome to Acid the Hot.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Shagun.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Thank you very much for this wonderful topic.
Okay.
The truth about it is, power in some areas has improved. But right now, I'm telling you, I'm calling from Mikale land that is on Okutugwa local government.
Okay.
There has not been light for over 8 years now. People sit on their transformers. That's how bad it is.
Well, oh no, wait, Oga Segun.
Yes, please.
From this talk now, transformer been dey, but e be like say the thing spoil.
No, transformers are working perfectly. There is no power on it. People sit on them and play draft.
Transformer dey.
Then they sit down on top transformer. Oh, meaning say lights no dey.
So what is they try to say? If they refer say in the last 8 years or perhaps 8 years, what did Nadal also do? If he be say Nadal also actually carry the problem, go meet NEPA for that particular state or for this particular region where they come from.
Yes.
So what can be the situation?
Nothing is happening. I don't to tell you the truth. Even where I live in Lagos, there is hardly light. light. They bring the light for maybe 1 hour and they take it.
Thank you.
And they bring exorbitant bill. No meters, nothing. And you people are saying that power has improved. Power has not improved.
Oga Shegun, thank you very much for this important contribution.
Very much.
If we check 8 years, like in talk, 8 years now the life of a particular administration when they feel exhaust.
2 terms.
When they feel exhaust. And maybe we take another person on top of our telephone line. Good morning and welcome to Aside Hot.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling you from Kaduna.
Okay, Oga Mati, will they hear you?
I'm calling from television.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Our problem here, we don't actually have light every time.
Okay.
So if they ask you, say make you put them in like maybe hours in a day,
Like
how
how
long
many?
will they get?
Okay, I'm coming. Like example now, they will bring light in the morning around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And they will put that light around 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And you cannot see that light again till the following day,
4 hours.
same time again.
Wow.
4 hours
4
out of
hours,
24
now they give the
hours.
light.
That's
So
the time
20
they will
hours
bring
in
light.
darkness.
And when they want to bring a bill, they will charge us more. We have many areas like Sabo, television, they charge us more than Tudun Wada. Tudun Wada, they are charging them like 2,000 naira. Well, we that live in television, they are charging us almost 15,000 naira. And we are not seeing the light.
Almost 16,000.
Oga Matthew, thank you very much for this your important contribution. Make we lock our telephone line. No need to talk, go front. No need to talk, go back. We don't say the honorable minister, you sit down, you dey watch. Now, it don't dey very, very clear. We don't hear reaction from Nigerians. You tell us, say, see what we don't generate. But we know say na distribution, na be koko. From different parts of Nigeria, when people don't call, they don't talk and say, improvement day. But we need to do more so that Nigerians go see, say, at least this 7,000 megawatts. No be say it go solve all our problem, but we see improvement. Esther, this is one call.
Yes, sir.
On a final note now, we don't already establish say the problem of power no be spiritual problem. We fit solve the problem. Now, what we go do now to use ensure say we see say this problem na problem of the past, and you no go come born pikin, we go come join this war. They shout up NEPA.
I pray. Okay. I know now as I go take put this final note, make it no long. But waiting I go talk, we say I no doubt the abilities of government. Government now for us. Even though they tell us say we serve now we be the government. But I dey ask say instead of make us promise we una no go fulfill. Don't promise us anything. Show us what you can do.
Esther, there's the mojo leave and there because I know say if you continue, the thing go cause quarrel. But collect this handshake, but your hand still strong.
Yes.
Our people when they for different places where watch us today, we appreciate the fact say una join us on top of this program today, and we discuss issues when they affect everybody inside Obodo, Nigeria. We go come back again tomorrow, when be Friday, based on Jollof. All the action to the one we'll discuss this week, and we'll go talk the matter as Edey hot. Which one she shake you finish, you dey rub your hand. Why she shake you, dey rub hand? Dey rub hand, dey rub hand. Dey rub hand like person. We person dey give example of rice.
Gary now.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love am.